We're 2 weeks out from Christmas Day, but the Christmas special has been started recording, which will place our second episode of WCW Weekly on a Sunday. So today I'm going to be replacing. I'm going to start by not announcing that there will not be any TWE tomorrow at all. WCW lives. That is going to be scrapped over because in 2 weeks' time we'll have a new series to replace it, which will start on Christmas Day. This decision I made lightly. It's just a decision I've made to make it easier on me to record with the Christmas special and stuff like that. So yes, that is the decision that's been made, and that will continue. Great. I'll open my drink. In the future, DC Wrestling with my cheat, CM Punk, the Mama Luke from Pombo Hair defeat Johnny Swinger 2 count of Revenge Warriors in 809, when Shayna Hair defeats Samoa Joe both from the Widowmaker. Shayna Hair 58, Chuck Palumbo 52, Johnny the Ball 41, Big Vito 35, CM Punk 51. Swinger 38, Joe 53, Cena 43, Shannon Moore 54, Ethan Kegras 53. Swinger in Technical, Chuck Palumbo in performance, and John Cena in performance 55C-. Give me a second. If you can't open your drink, use your mouth. Probably not the best way of doing it, but there we go. There we go. Now I've got a drink, so I can record and drink like I normally do. We are sold out tonight at the Ford Fieldhouse, which is good. 4,000 people. And the Christmas special series that I am doing will be following the same suit as WCW Lives. So you will get a similar concept and idea behind it. Can you leave the tree alone, please? In the push about DC Wrestling with Cheeky Yoshi Trio, Shane Helms, Dreamy Noble, an American Dragon, defeated Trevor Guerrero Jr., Dr. Wagner Jr., Elliot Skip, and Frankie Zero in 8 of 5. An American Dragon defeated Elliot Skip by from the Cattle Mutilation. Dragon 58, Noble 57, Shane Helms 61, Tajiri 51, Frankie Zero 50, Elliot Skip 53, Dr. Wagner Jr. 62, and Trevor Guerrero Jr. 64. Trevor Guerrero in performance, Shane Helms in Techno, Frankie Zero in Rumble, and Elliot Skip in performance. Nice, 58C-. Beautiful. In a terrible pre-show match, Trish Stratus, Mickey James, Julian Hill, and Angelina Love defeat Beth Phoenix, Daphne, Lita, and Winter in 802. When Angelina Love defeated Daphne by pinfall, turns wing with Lita's head and shoulders run outs. Love 30, Julian Hill 20, Mickey James 34, Trish Stratus 49, Lita 29, Winter 29, Lita 61, Daphne 35, and Beth Phoenix 30. Daphne in Techno and Winter in performance 46D. Our opening match of the night is going to be a bit shit compared to that. In the picture about decent wrestling with my cheat, Briscoe Brothers defeat Jindrak and Stasiak in 734, and Jay Briscoe defeated Mark Jindrak by pinfall the Briscoe bottom. Mark Briscoe 54, Jay Briscoe 47, Sean Stasiak 45, Mark Jindrak 46, Sean Stasiak in performance 53C-. And in a decent pre-show match, Buff Bagwell, Fit Finney, and Hellraiser and Lance Storm defeat Booker T, Colt Cabana, Edge, and Hugh Morris in 758 when Fit Finney defeated Colt Cabana by pin the Tombstone Pile Driver. Hugh Morris 63, Edge 75, Colt Cabana 47, Booker T 74, Lance Storm 66, Hellraiser 38, Fit Finney 59, Buff Bagwell 60, Buff Bagwell in performance 70C+. Not bad. The next short pre-show match, Bill Goldberg defeated Chris Hero in 209 by pin the Jackhammer. Chris Hero 50, Bill Goldberg 91. These two have great chemistry showed in their performance. 56C-. Nice. In the Velvet Toby Wrestling on is some crowd heat. Gail Kim defeated Natty Nadine Hart in 557 by pinfall. Natty Nadine Hart 30, Gail Kim 27. And welcome to the main card of Nitro. So that's your opening match of the night. Sting's backstage. He goes, well done, Rock. You got one on us last night, but tonight the NW goes down. When Mick and Sean take you down. When Mick and Sean take you guys down. This is the night when your title reign ends. This is the night where the whole story ends. When we take back control of the world title in WCW. 75B- to open up the night. Well, Sting's got some strong words there. In a decent match, Filthy Animals defeat Pain Incorporated in 550, where Master Jr. defeat Cryon by the springboard Horo Karana. Filthy Animals made defense number 1 of the WCW World Tag Team titles. MI Smooth 36, Cryon 70, Rey Mysterio Jr. 74, Billy Kidman 65, Billy Kidman in form 69C+. And then Shannon Moore and Evan Kegras come out onto the stage. So is Rey Mysterio, and they're meant to be on screen because the camera's meant to be facing the stage and you see the ring with them stood in it. Last night, Filth Animals, you got very lucky when you beat us to those tag team titles. Great Mad Bash is coming up. and we're going to win and keep the tag belts. And everyone goes, look, here, the fans don't want you as champions, they want us. They're not booing us, they're booing you. They're booing you. See you at Great American Bash. So our first match of the Great American Bash is going to be the rematch for the World Tag Team titles, as Ivan Kingaras 2 Count will face Filthy Animals for those World Tag Team Championships. 44D, beautiful. In a pool match, Conan defeated Glacier in 5:56 by pinfall. Glacier 38, Conan 49. No occurrence 49D+. And Jeremy's like, welcome back to Nitro. Joining me now, Christian Cage. And goes like, Edge, you think you're so good because you beat me, big whoop. This is not over your mind, said you. I never wanted to be your friend or your partner. And now I'm going to destroy you and send you back to Canada where you belong. The 63 Thieves Christian Cage. Then we come back after another break. Scott Hudson's backstage. He's got Trevor Guerrero. He's like, welcome back. Joining me now, the Cruiserweight Champion, Trevor Guerrero. And just like, this is awesome. I'll be that loser, Shane Hounds. I'm on top of the Cruiserweights, and I'm going to be for a long time yet. I'm in charge of the division, and this is my. I'm in charge of the WCW, and this is my division. So bow down to Trevor Guerrero Jr. 47D+, not the best, but it's a good promo from him. In a decent match, Abyss defeated Dustin Rhodes in 6:38 by pinfall. Abyss makes events number 1 of the WCW Intercontinental title. Dustin Rhodes 64, Abyss 36, no work points 57C-. In a battle of fantasy and good wrestling, DD and Ric Flair defeat Diamond Dallas Page in 7:55 by pinfall. Diamond Dallas Page 67, Ric Flair 65, no work points 69C+. And then we go, Gene Oakland should have been with these guys. I don't know why he's not on screen. Welcome back to Nitro. Joining me now, the Intercontinental Champion, Abyss, and his manager, James Mitchell. And James is like, you did not believe me, did you? No, well, my man Abyss is on top of the world, and he's going to be for a while. Anyone that steps in that ring, well, this man will be destroyed. And sent packing back to where they came from. My monster is the only thing WCW needs to worry about right now. 47D, not the best, but it's still a good promo. In about a decent wrestling, but little heat, Brian Kendrick, Cash, Chris Daniels, and Doug Williams defeat Kazuhashi, Jason Liger, Drago, and AJ Styles. In 8:27, Doug Williams defeat Kazuhashi by the Chaos Theory. Jason Liger with 10 shoulders announced, Doug Williams weak link, AJ Styles 59, Drago 48, Jason Liger 72, Kazuhashi 60, Doug Williams 32, Daniels 54, Cash 56, Brian Kendrick 57. Cash in performance, Brian Kendrick and Rumble, and Doug Williams in flying. 63C, beautiful. Then we go to the back, and Lance Storm stood backstage. He's like, United States title was mine. I was so close, and I nearly had him. Booker T, you know, I nearly beat you. So if you have balls, how about you let me face you one more time at a Great American Bash? Well, we'll hear from Booker T next week. In a battle of superb wrestling and great heat, Christian Cage defeated Chris Benoit in 8:27 by pinfall. Cage 69, Benoit 87, 73B-. In about fantastic heat and great wrestling, Chris Jericho and Sting defeated Nash and Kurt Angle in 7:31 when Chris Jericho defeated Kurt Angle by pinfall. Sting 65, Chris Jericho 72, Angle 92, Kevin Nash 68. Chris Jericho improving the Rumble. These two have absolutely zero chemistry as partners. 33B-. Then we have a promo for Goldberg, and he's like, I'm waiting for the day Scott Steiner returns. On that day, I'm going to destroy him like we promised to the fans, you'll get the I Quit match on pay-per-view. Scott started this war, and just because he left and got to get himself sorted out does not mean it's going to end. I am on his back, and I will kill him. 75B-, thank you, Goldberg. In an exceptional match, Mick Foley defeated Hulk Hogan in 7:35 by pinfall with a double arm DDT. Mick Foley 90, Hulk Hogan 83, 74B-. And then our main event tonight is Shawn Michaels and The Rock for the world title. It's on the line. In an exceptional match, Shawn Michaels defeated The Rock in 24:37 by pinfall with the Sweet Chin Music. Shawn Michaels wins the WCW World Heavyweight title. Shawn Michaels 92, Rock 92 against the 98A. That's where we end tonight's show with the Shawn Michaels celebrating the title win. Gives an 88B+. Well, we need to know what the WWF have done to compete with that, don't we? So let's go and find out. Another good show from the WCW faithful there. Even the women's division's starting to hot up a bit now. They're starting to get there. So we're going to have a quick drink, and we're going to have a look and see how well WWF had to compete with our world title main event, which got us a 98A. But tonight, every single member of the NWO has lost. Including The Rock, he's no longer champion. Our champion is Shawn Michaels. And next week on Nitro, we'll find out how the NWO are going to fare about this, because I bet they're not going to be happy. So we're on top of the world last night with an 88B+. We sold out a 4,000-seat venue. Got a 2.80 on TV. WWF Raw got a 18.08. But let's have a look. 86B+. So they did try and outbeat us with their show. So what do they have? They have Attack of Ballerina South 30,000. They have Matt Hardy defeating Dean Malenko. Undertaker Triple H, Mr. Perfect defeating Mighty Jannetty. Samoan SWAT team defeated the Hollies. Ivory in China. Ivory ran to no contest for China. Then William Regal and Steve Austin. And Steve Austin defeated William Regal. Now there's big news going on behind closed doors in the WWF. I'm not sure if you know this, but William Regal is leaving the company. Yes, I will reveal this now. William Regal is leaving the company. Hold on. Is he on here now? He should be. He should. I signed him. Or he's not leaving the company yet and he's leaving soon. I don't know, but I've definitely got him on board, I think. If not, I'm going to have a look and see why not. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next week for another edition of WCW Nitro. Welcome back to the final episode and the final part of this week's editions of wrestling. We are recording, we are live, as we can see. WCW 1 is done. This is number 2. In the decent pre-show match, Pain Incorporated and Revenge Warriors defeat Filthy Animals and Plumber and Hair in 8:24, and John Cena defeats Shane O'Haire by pound of the spin out powerbomb. Shane O'Haire 57, Chuck Plumbo 51, Mysterio 74, Kidman 68, Joe 53, Cena 40, MI Smooth 34, Cryon 68, Shane O'Haire and Techno 67C+. In a terrible pre-show match, Beth Phoenix, Daphne, Lita and Winter defeat Natty, Mickey James, Julian Hill and Angelina Love in 8:05 when Beth Phoenix defeated Mickey James by pinfall. Lita's head and shoulders were that sleep and Julian Hill was weak link. Angelina Love 29, Julian Hill 20, Mickey James 37, Natty Nadine 29, winner 29, Leader 62, Daphne 36, Beth Phoenix 31, Nowhere Careers 46D. In a pre-show about decent wrestling with everyone cheat, Elite Skipper defeat Juice and Liger in 7:43 by pinfall the Overdrive. Juice and Liger 71, Elite Skipper 54, Noah Crew 68C+. In a pre-show about decent wrestling with cheat, Diamond Dallas Page, Kion, Dustin Rhodes, CM Punk and Colt Cabana defeat Johnny Swinger, Fit Finley, Glacier, Hal Reiser and Brock Lesnar in 8:23. 8:23 when Dustin Rhodes defeated Johnny Swinger by Flying Lariat. Colt Cabana 45, Punk 49, Dustin 64, Conan 59, Diamond Dallas Page 67, Brock Lesnar 51, Hal Razor 34, Glacier 39, Fifth Finley 60, Johnny Swinger 36, Brock Lesnar in Techno. I'm going to send Hal Razor back to the territory, swapping Hal Razor for Brock Lesnar. 61C, not that bad actually. In a pre-show decent wrestling below Heat, Yoshi Tajiri, Shane Helms, Kazuhashi, Jamie Noble and Drago defeat Brian Kendrick, Trevor Guerrero Jr., Chris Daniels, Doug Williams and Frankie Zone 8:17 when Drago defeated Brian Kendrick by pinfall. Drago 51, Jamie Noble 54, Kazuhashi 59, Shane Helms 61, Yoshi Tajiri 52, Kazarian 49, Doug Williams 32, Daniels 58, Guerrero Jr. 66 and Kendrick 57. Daniels improving flying 61C. And we open up the night with our opening Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash and Kurt Angle. Last week, the NWA was cheated out of the match. I should be champion and we should be standing here as champions and with our victories under our belt. But no, Sting fucked us over. And so the rules, I'm going to swear. In 3 weeks, it's the Great American Bash. And on that night, we got a singles rematch. On that night, we regain the world title and we take down Sting's army once and for all. This is NWO territory. This is our company. An 86B plus, a great way to open up the night. Now we're going to start building up the Great American Bash now. Because on that night, The Rock will face Shawn Michaels in a rematch for the world title. We'll also see Sting facing Hulk, facing Kevin Nash, of course. Mick Foley will be facing Hulk Hogan. Oh, God. So Mick will face Hulk Hogan. We'll also get Kurt Angle versus Chris Jericho. All these matches will be happening live on pay-per-view. You've already seen an interesting name on the list. I keep cropping over because I accidentally didn't crop. Got to make sure he don't appear. But an 86B plus, you've got those matches already booked. There's a great way to start the night. We've got 7,206 people at the World War Memorial tonight. And above a decent wrestling, below Heat, Cash defeat Dr. Wagner Jr., American Dragon Age Stars Hello, and Cash defeat American Dragon Boy from the Death Level. Stars 57, Dr. Wagner Jr., 61, American Dragon 56, Cash 51, Nowhere Prince 62C. In a decent match, and above a decent wrestling level cheat, Ginger and Stasiak defeat the Briscoes in 6:45, and Mark Ginger defeat Mark Briscoe over the Mark Perfection. Mark Briscoe 51, Jay Briscoe 47, Sean Stasiak 44, Mark Ginger 47, Noah Prince 51D+. Welcome back to Nitro. Over the past weeks, WWF have tried to beat us in ratings and have, by using this man, please welcome back to WCW, Lord Steven Regal. Thank you, Tony. Alas, you've learnt your place since I've been gone. Right now, I should be at that shit old WWF. All I did was pay for my rehab. Now, I don't mind a main event, but against your big star so I can lose every week to him? I've come back to WCW for glory, and that's just what's going to happen. So I'm going to the ring to kick ass. So we brought in a special guest for one night only, Tatanka. In a decent match, Lord Steven Regal defeats Tatanka in 5:36 by from the Exploded Suplex. Lord Steven Regal 80, Tatanka 45, 73B minus. She's like, welcome back to Nitro. Joining me now, the United States Champion, Booker T. And goes, last week, Lance Storm called me out and asked if I have balls. You want another shot on my title? Sure thing. You're right, you know you beat me. So you can have the match at Great American Bash. And on that night, I'll win again. So it's booked in, ladies and gentlemen, Lance Storm and Booker T for the United States title. You're all wondering, it's going to happen, of course, because of Eddie Guerrero being injured and having to go to rehab and other things. We've thrown Lance Storm into the storyline. I think we're giving it a good bash, but 62C, can't complain. In the Bad Great Heat and good wrestling, Lance Storm, Buff Bagwell, and Christian Cage defeat Benoit, Edge, and Booker T in 5:53, and Christian Cage defeat Edge by pinfall. Booker T 72, Edge 74, Chris Benoit 86, Christian Cage 67, Buff Bagwell 62, Lance Storm 67, Booker T in technical, Buff Bagwell and performance 75B minus. In WCW, there's loads of great superstars, and joining me now are two of the best, the World Tag Team Champions, Filthy Animals. And Ray's like, thank you. Last week, 2 Count came out and jacked a load of crap about being the best, and it's not true. And Billy's like, you see, me and Ray are the best tag team, and if you're cashing a rematch, it's fine, because we beat you once, we can do it again. Nice and simple promo for them too. You know, basically like, well, we beat you once, we'll do it again. In about that decent wrestling on sheet, 2 Count defeat the Mama Lukes in 8:06 when Shannon Moore defeat Big Vito both on the countdown. Johnny the Ball 40, Big Vito 36, Shannon Moore 55, Evan Kingeras 56, Shannon Moore in performance 53C minus. In a decent match, Abyss defeated Hugh Morris in 7:38 by pinfall. Abyss makes defense number 2 of the WCW Intercontinental title. Hugh Morris 65, Abyss 43, Noah Prince 63C. And then we see Scott Hudson's backstage. He's like, join me now, Edge. Last week I heard you, Cage, saying shit like you always do. So you're going to kill me. Should I call the police? And you're saying you're going to murder me. Fine, I'm going to give you a chance. Inside the steel cage at Bash the Beach. This is the best match, and I'll win it again. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be steel cage warfare between these two friendship. And we need to make it a regular one because otherwise these two will complain like, oh, we can't do that. But yes, it'll be Edge versus Christian Cage. Oh my god. Why it's so hard to get this game to do anything you want it to do. Christian Cage versus Edge. Steel cage match live on pay-per-view. Christian Cage versus Edge. It's going to be a good one. You will not want to miss it. 69C plus from Edge, not bad. A music video showing that he's shown to promote Bill Goldberg. And 76B minus. In a poor match, Trish Stratus defeated Gail Kim in 8-2 by another Stratus faction. Trish Stratus makes defense number 1 of her WCW Women's title. Gail Kim 31, Trish Stratus 49. Stratus improving in Rumble 44D. In an exceptional match, Bill Goldberg defeated Ric Flair in 749 by Pimple Spear. Ric Flair 73, Bill Goldberg 91. These two have great chemistry, showed no performance. Well, I don't know why I've got Jack Evans on my notepad. Let's do this then. At Great American Bash, we're going to have a rematch from an episode of Nitro a few 2 weeks prior. Of course, it's going to be 3 weeks prior, actually. Bill Goldberg will face Ric Flair once again in the main event, in one of the main matches at Great American Bash. 72B minus. No, 75B minus. Great American Bash will be the night when hell freezes over, when this man returns to take down the NWO. This man has brought the downfall to WCW, but is going to help the rise. This man returns at GAB. Okay, Great American Bash. I'm going to tell you who we're on about. There's just snippets during this video package. There's snippets of all sorts from his career, but it's not actually showing him. It's showing the people he faced. So it's showing all these different people who are no longer in WCW he's faced, who it could possibly be, to kind of hint who it might be. In the next section match, The Rock, Kevin Nash, and Hulk Hogan defeat Chris Jericho, Mick Foley, and Sting in 8 of 6 when Hulk Hogan defeated Sting by pinfall after using a foreign object. Sting 80, Mick Foley 92, Jericho 90, Hogan 83, Nash 70, Rock 94, Kevin Nash in Techno 74B minus. And our main event of the night is Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle. In the next section match, Shawn Michaels defeat Kurt Angle in 24:39 by pinfall Sweet Chin Music. Shawn Michaels makes defense number 1 of his WCW World Heavyweight. Kurt Angle 92, Shawn Michaels 92. Next week we are giving everybody a shot, very similar to what we did. So every member of the NWO will be facing Shawn Michaels at some point during the next few weeks until The Rock gets his rematch. So next week we are going to go to the turn of Hogan. So Hogan will face Shawn Michaels next week in a match. That's going to be one to watch out for. 97A star, beautiful. We're going to end the show there. We're going to get an 88B plus again. Another great show. Let's head forward into the abyss and find out what the WWF have to say on that. They ain't got certain 2 wrestlers at the moment, so they've got a Steve Austin, but they haven't got a William Regal. So is the William Regal situation going to affect them this week on TV? Are they going to be able to compete with the WCW? That's the question I have for you guys. Do you think they're going to be able to compete or not? After this great show, we've got some good matches heading in for. But yeah, so we're on top again. This time we get a 4.97. We're shown on Aztec, Yuri, MTV, but Sci-Fi. We ain't got a big enough deal like they have. The WWF Raw got a 69C plus 17.18. So Paul Heyman, Shane McMahon, pre-match with Tasman's birthright no contest. Stephanie McMahon, Val Venus and Tori. Stevie Richards, Al Snow, Road Warrior Animal. Dean Malenko, Grandmaster Sexy and Mighty Jannetty. And Stevie Richards, Al Snow and Animal defeated Malenko, Grandmaster Sexy and Jannetty. Dudley Boys defeated Kentai, which I think is a Japanese stable, yeah. Involving Undertaker and Big Show. Then Jacqueline and Holly Moore. Jacqueline defeated Molly Hall. And then Bill Gunner and Rick Steiner. Rick Steiner defeated Billy Gunn. So they got Rick Steiner in the company. 69C plus for their show. That's not very good. Drug tests. Yeah, we might as well turn that off now, because I think everybody who had problems are now in rehab. Thank you for watching this episode, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you on Tuesday for NWA Impact. And then, of course, we'll start the week next week, as we are 1 week away from the massive Christmas special. There will not be any other videos on that video after that, because of there'll be nothing after that because of Christmas, so there won't be anything the week after until the week after we're back to normal, because we'll just have the Christmas episode, which is going to be a super long bumper episode of a new series. So thank you for watching.